inside that car. So I understand Don Aaron is giving us an update once again. Let's go live to the scene and listen in.
Emmanuel Kadega Sampson. I'm going to spell his name. Emanuel, middle name Kidega, last name Sampson, Samson. He is 25 years old. As I mentioned in an earlier briefing, he sustained a gunshot wound, probably from his own, from his own weapon, as he was in a struggle with one of the church ushers. It's my understanding from Vanderbilt University Medical Center that Sampson is being medically cleared to be released. Our detectives are obtaining at this moment a murder warrant as well as numerous attempted murder arrest warrants against Sampson. So as he's coming out of the hospital, he will be immediately in Metro Police custody. Our detectives will attempt to interview him, and he will be jailed tonight on a number of very serious charges, at least one homicide warrant and multiple attempted homicide warrants. I have now the names of the persons who were shot at the church this morning. William Jenkins, age 83, who is in stable condition at Vanderbilt. Marlene Jenkins, age 84, in stable condition at Vanderbilt. David Spann, age 60, who is in critical stable condition at Vanderbilt. Peggy Spann, age 65, stable condition at Vanderbilt. And Linda Bush, age 68, stable condition at Vanderbilt. At Skyline Medical Center is Catherine with a K, Dickerson, age 64, in stable condition. Also at Skyline is Robert Engel, that's Engle, age 22. Mr. Engel is the usher at the church this morning who confronted the gunman and we believe is the hero today. With me now is Nashville Police Chief Steve Anderson, who will have a statement, then we'll take some questions.
So shortly after 11 today, we received an active shooter, active killer call at this location, and our officers responded, as did the Metropolitan Nashville Fire Department. And as you just heard, we have one person received fatal gunshot, 6 persons injured. What I would say about Mr. Robert Engel, the usher, he physically engaged the shooter, and during the struggle, the shooter was shot. At this time, we don't know exactly how that happened, whether he shot himself or whether the gun discharged during the struggle. Mr. Engel sustained serious injuries himself, and he's the hero. He's the person that stopped this madness, and so we're very, very, very grateful to him. Questions?
Was Mr. Engel shot or just beat?
We think he was just beat at this time with the pistol, yes.
Still under investigation?
Still under investigation.
Do we have any idea what Mr. Sampson, why he came to this church?
We've received some preliminary information, but at this point we want to fully develop it before we release it. But it could be a variety of reasons, and we always take that into account.
A lot of activity around his vehicle. Have you found anything?
Nothing of note. But we were very cautious, and as you can see, we had our hazardous device personnel, our bomb squad, to carefully examine it because we were very concerned. But at this point, nothing of note.
Chief, we had one witness from inside say she heard a lot of gunshots, more than might have come from one handgun.
Well, as far as we know, they've just one at this time. But keep in mind that one weapon can discharge multiple rounds, and you can see the number of people that were wounded by gunfire.
There was supposed to be a church service tonight at 5 o'clock here, and there's a number of church services in Nashville. What would you like to say to the people in Nashville after this incident?
Well, I think first of all, recognize the bravery of the individual that stopped this madness, Mr. Engel. But for everybody to gather together, and anywhere that 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 people are gathered is subject to something like this. But we certainly don't want to let this interfere with our lives. We go about our lives as usual, and we take this into account. Many people have called on us to receive training at churches and businesses, what happens if an active killer comes on their premises, and we're always happy to go out and provide that training.
Chief, should church doors be locked on Sunday mornings?
Well, I'd leave that to the individual church organizations, but it would be somewhat unchristian-like maybe to lock your doors, and I think that most churches recognize that, at the same time taking cautious procedures.
I understand a lot of churches have a security ministry that a lot of them actually have people that that's what they do for the church. Does the police have an opinion about efforts like that?
Well, I think anytime any organization can do anything to secure their premises, as long as they do it in a safe and cautious manner with the proper training, we would support that.
Can they reach out to the police for any of that training?
You can reach out to us for anything at all. We're happy to come out and evaluate, to provide